7 Action News starts right now.
The tornadoes are gone, but look at what's left behind. Southeast Michigan is scarred with pockets of destruction from a line of storms that spawn twisters.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Go, 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 go.
It's just big.
Yeah, it's big.
From Dexter in Washtenaw County down to Ida in Monroe County, the skies turned with the kind of brute force that tears lives apart in a few terrifying seconds.
I could hear the noise. I could hear the freight train, and I knew it was a tornado, but I could not see where it was coming from.
You don't even have enough time to pray or kiss yourself goodbye. I mean, it's just, you just sit there and wait and just hope that you're going to be there at the end.
Unbelievable, really. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Carolyn Clifford. Stephen Clark is live tonight in the hard-hit area of Dexter. And Stephen, you're in a neighborhood that took a direct hit.
That's the Metro Park right behind us, and we saw a lot of video taken over the Metro Park. We're on the side where the tornado was, and there indeed is destruction all around me. The Sheriff's Department and Fire Department behind me right now, searching houses going. Well, I'll show you around some of the damage that we can see from right here, and keep in mind that it is very dark. There's a house right next to us here. First glance, it looks okay, then you realize the entire garage is gone right now. But the first responders are searching door to door, and once they have checked the house out, they'll wrap the mailbox with crime tape to make sure that everybody knows that house has been cleared. But there is a huge mess still to clean up. From Chopper 7, you can see where the tornado touched down. You can see one home that was just bulldozed to the ground, while others around it were left badly damaged. Not clear exactly how many homes have been affected. It started getting dark. Too soon to start doing that tally. They'll know tomorrow, but there appears to be a significant number with varying degrees of damage. 7 Action News viewers caught at least one tornado on tape as it tore through the area. This video here was shot from the Hudson Mills Metro Park behind me and posted on YouTube. You can actually see the tornado motion as it forms and then cuts across the ground again on the side that we are standing. That is where that one touched down. Another view from a couple driving in the area captured the more clearly defined vortex on the tornado's path of destruction. Right now we want to take a quick look at a map of the hardest hit area. The region between the two arrows you see took the brunt of the storm's wrath tonight. Now we have Team 7 coverage tonight. We have Julie Bonovich, Glenda Edwards, and Glenda Lewis and Tara Edwards all here with me tonight. Cheryl Choden is down in Monroe County, but first of all, we're going to take a look at this storm's path, its history, where it went, and what happened after that with our chief meteorologist, Dave Rexroth. Dave?
Yeah, I tell you what, Stephen, this is very unlikely to happen in southeast Michigan with this kind of intensity and structure, especially this time of year in March. We had a tornado earlier in the week, and now we have this one to deal with. I want to show you one more time the track that Stephen just showed you here. About 5 o'clock or so, it started in the extreme northwest part of Washtenaw County, and this is a path of the high winds. That pink and purple, really the strongest winds wrapped around the tornado. You see as it led up on the north side of 94, picked up again on the southwest side of the Ann Arbor area, and then just continued on this path as we went throughout the evening hours and wound down and through Monroe County. Certainly very impressive in terms of how this all worked. Now the leftovers here in our area are still 3 pretty good storms. The least of this now is around Detroit area. We got a good one going in Macomb County right now. By good, of course, I mean strong. And this one was quite strong that moved through southern Macomb County and now has just popped out over the lake. We'll tip this back and go 3D. The heavier rain shafts are the yellow areas. And you can see that, again, these are pretty strong. The strongest one right now, certainly the one out here in western Macomb County, moving to the east at around 20 miles per hour. And the red shafts in the middle here are looking for hail and the heaviest rain around the area. So these are the last few remaining in the metro area, at least for now. But as we look at a wide shot here, I'll be able to show you what's going on. This thing fired up with the heat and humidity that we had today. Again, more like May, almost June around here with the temperatures and the humidity. But the good news is now it's pushing more and more off to the east. The best chance to have a few more showers and thunderstorms linger for a while, the southern counties and the far east counties, but by 2 a.m. this should be gone. And the flow tomorrow will be a little bit better in terms of relaxing the situation. We'll have to watch those storms from the Illinois area as they get closer to us, but again, we're looking in pretty good shape. So showers and thunderstorms wind down over the next few hours, a very warm and muggy low of 57, and tomorrow there might be some shower action, but we should not have to deal with anything like this in terms of the activity that we had tonight with the thunderstorms and the hail and the damaging wind. We'll keep track of it over the next few hours, of course, for you as well. We'll have a complete forecast for you coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Dave, thanks a lot. Talk to you in a bit. All right, now let's head back out to Dexter. 7 Action News reporter Julie Bonovich is in the Carriage Hill subdivision where there's quite a mess to clean up there, right, Julie?
Definitely a big mess here, Carolyn. This is where 10 of the homes were either hit or destroyed. As you can see behind me, this is the Keller family home. And Brittany was home. Her dad had just come home when they saw the tornado coming right towards their house.
Initially, it's just kind of the shock value when I think when people say, you know, oh my God, my house is destroyed. That's just your initial concept of how bad it really was.
I could hear the noise. I could hear the freight train, and I knew it was a tornado, but I could not see where it was coming from. A bunch of debris. There were shingles, 8-foot pieces of plywood. There was insulation. About 200 or 300 feet in the air was just swirling around, so I knew it had already taken out a couple of houses.
And what is this right here?
This is the roof of my shed that sits back over here, probably about 30, 40 feet back here.
I asked him if he wanted to get the porch furniture off because I knew it was a pretty bad storm, and then we saw it slide right across the patio, and he said, get in the bathroom.
I saw it coming, and I started moving, so by the time it hit, I was probably about back to here, and Riv was ahead of me, and I was pushing her to get into the bathroom. You know, I wanted her in here and protected. I know it's got a skylight, but the skylight's got tempered glass, so if it's going to break, it's kind of like safety glass. It's just going to rain down, and the chances of getting cut are a lot smaller. So I put her in there, and then I ran and got a blanket and threw over the top of her, and I told her to stay there. And we watched stuff through the skylight fly, pieces of the house fly off over the top of the skylight.
What do you do in those moments when you are in the bathtub and you're with your dad and you know this is happening all around you?
I was just actually looking out the skylight watching. I mean, you don't even have enough time to pray or kiss yourself goodbye. I mean, it's just, you just sit there and wait and just hope that you're going to be there at the end.
Like Brittany said, this is just stuff when you know that you have your life, and she credits her dad for saving hers. From Dexter, Julie Bonovich, 7 Action News.
Julie, thank you for that report. And this isn't the only area that was hit pretty hard. There are other areas across this particular town, this particular region. Our Action News reporter Tara Edwards and photojournalist Mike Glover traveled the areas that have been hardest hit tonight and have this report for us. Tara?
Those who live in Huron Farms say what happened today was not only devastating but also horrific as the tornado moved through. Right now, police have blocked off the area to make sure that no one comes in and out and make sure it stays safe. Walking through the Huron Farms subdivision, you can see it's truly a disaster area. The tornado that tore through ripped off second floors of homes, even leveling a couple homes. And the wind sent valuables and debris everywhere. So you got a couple windows here that are knocked out.
Yeah, and it hit. I thought it only hit on this side of the house from what I was listening to. Until I walked out and saw the garage was missing.
Bob Brickle moved into his home in 1999 when it was brand new. He is amazed at the destruction the twister left behind.
It just kept swirling and it just didn't look like it was moving. And
many mothers here say they heard the warning on TV. Within a matter of minutes, the storm was here.
We just shut the door and prayed and held hands and stuff, and we kept calling our husbands and telling them not to come home.
I looked out of my patio door. We have a finished walkout basement and saw my swing set go by, so I took the kids and we ran into the storage room and I covered them up. We grabbed our new puppy and our dog, and it was like a train. It's like what you hear.
When the storm cleared, for some, words can't describe.
Yeah, it's still kind of like
what you see on television. Yeah. It's unreal. Really, I can't believe this is happening.
I called him. I'm like, you better come home from work.
And officials say no one died, and amazingly, no one was injured. Right now, the cleanup is expected to take a few weeks, and neighbors say that they're so grateful from all the help they've received from the community. In the village of Dexter, Tara Edwards, 7 Action News.
Wow, Tara, thank goodness no one was injured. Unbelievable, really. Now let's turn to 7 Action News reporter Glenda Lewis. She's live in Dexter tonight to tell us about the first responders in the disaster zone. Glenda, you know they're hard at work already.
Oh, Carolyn, they're hard at work, and there are many of them. I mean, in addition to Dexter, Scioto, Chelsea, Hamburg, Northfield, you've got state police from as far away as Lansing, Washtenaw, and Livingston County authorities all here to help. They set up a command post at Dexter High School where they're being dispersed as needed with search and rescue dogs. And so far, as you heard my colleague Tara Edwards say, and amazingly, no injuries have been reported. The National Red Cross is in town assisting those families that need it. which we've seen many walking down the streets, stepping over pieces of 100-year-old pine trees, carrying their belongings, even their pets as well. And Stephen, you've also got families like the Keller family with the garage that is sitting now in their front yard who have opted to stay and protect the belongings that they have left. So really just a lot of help out here, the National Red Cross for families and some who just want to stick it out.
It's amazing how fast people motivate when this happens, and they have been so professional and so courteous to us tonight. We've had to get around, and they've been very good dealing with us, but they do say there are a lot of gawkers, and that is slowing down their efforts to try to get things done.
And even the assistant fire chief telling me that they've received calls of help that they've had to turn away, like from Ann Arbor. So really a lot of effort here, as you said.
Yeah, well, keep on the line for tomorrow, because they are going to take a look at it, and they're going to know there are going to be things that need to be done, help that needs to be given, but in the cold light of day is a better time to start getting a hold of those agencies. By the way, the Dexter area, even though it was hard hit tonight, this isn't isolated to here. This storm was widespread. We're going to go right now to Cheryl Choden in Monroe County for the damage.
Spotters here in Monroe County say the storms moved in just after 6. They saw several funnel clouds. They say this house was hit by a tornado. 3 people were inside. They ran to the basement. They did get out okay, but the house on Ida Center Road is a near loss. All the windows were blown out. Some of the walls were pushed in. The cars outside were tossed. One ended up upside down. Debris was everywhere. A huge tree came down as the storm blew through. Snap power lines lay all across the driveway. Caution tape spelled out the danger. Firefighters say they feel sure it was a tornado. It looked like the bed was ripped apart, wood lay everywhere, and siding was wrapped around a tree. It's reported the family dog was found amazingly safe in a field hundreds of feet away. The damage here, as you can see, is extensive. There are a lot of fields around here. This is the only house. It is basically destroyed. There's flooding all over the county, but we are told, fortunately, there were no injuries. In Monroe County, I'm Cheryl Choden, 7 Action News.